multiracial white supremacy. Multiracial white supremacy. Multiracial white supremacy is a thing. It exists. It exists. There you go. Let's go here. Let's go to 144p just to make sure that I could see it live. Multiracial white supremacy. Really? This is the angle that I've decided to go with. I have to take the laptop out. I want to shoot up a small school. Okay, at least me. I'm in the frame mostly. Um, I feel like I ordered a thing for the internet. I ordered a thing, so hopefully that's gonna allow me to do regular streams that don't involve my phone, so I could stream and have a little bit more quality. Yo, bruh, you don't exist. Oh, I got a blue wrench again. You've never lost your blue wrench. Top notch. I don't know what you're talking about. You've never lost it. You've always had it. Although I'm considering just having everybody that comments be a mod. Just have it completely be chaotic, right? Have it be what do they call it? An anarchy, like anarchy, an anarchy, however the fuck you want to say it. And then that way everybody's just deleting each other, and the only person that's superior is the new warlord that takes up the space of that. I'm having a diet check grape soda. So anybody that says, "Hey man, you're not black," here it is. Here's here's me throwing my penny into the pot. It's diet check because I don't want to take the sugar and or calories, and it was also on sale, which is why I bought it, which makes me even more black, right? And then you even have diet check caffeine free. That's the other one here, which is the worst part because I was looking generally for Coke, caffeine free, and I could only find Diet Check. So not a sponsor, but you know what? why why not just use this as proof that I'm in fact a black male, which is more accurate than most because I happen to be African American technically, right? Welcome friends, welcome to a stream. Welcome to a stream. It's Sunday. I plan to make these a regular thing on Sundays, like officially. You know, every Sunday at this time I do a stream, and maybe another day. But I'm pending a thing on improving my internet, right? So that's the battle that I've had for the past 5 years on this fucking channel. But now I'm gonna get internet, hopefully, that's going to be fast and efficient, and it's going to allow me to stream from a good quality camera from this here laptop and not have to stream on my phone, and I could pull stuff up. So the thing that I would enjoy is to pull things up, right? So right now I could look something up and pull it up. That's what I want to do, but I can't because my internet is that of a mentally ill Vietnamese child or somebody from the 90s. You know that people have to be taught computers in the 90s, which was kind of interesting. We take it for granted, especially all the kids that are growing up now. They grow up with iPads in their face. And then for some reason, we wonder why the fuck they're growing up to be majorly depressed, which is tremendous. However, where was I going with that? Oh yeah, in the 90s you had to actually have had to be trained on computers, whereas now you're pretty much born with the skills needed to actually have a computer and function it well. Let's look at some of the comments here as I enjoy my grape soda. Notice, by the way, in Jabrizi's stream, he has a can of Perrier that he barely drinks from, and I'm having a can of Diet Chuck grape soda. So that's to you guys. Nothing like the first thing that people see when they log on to a stream is me saying that I'm black. Oh, Hero, why don't I have a blue wrench? Because you're a cunt. High Sexiest Magician. Say my last name, Farinha. Right? Anarchy. I was referring to the conversation we had on the second channel GeoGuessr stream about not having any mods. Not that I remember everything you said, because I don't. I swear, no, really. Hey, bitch, where's my blue wrench? I already mentioned you're a cunt. Um, so that was just a postulation. I was just like, hey, what if I just make everybody a mod and have it be complete anarchy? It's not like I'm gonna do it, That would require me to actually put the little thing and press on that, and I don't want to do that, right? Let me put my 5G to use with a blue wrench. Well, it's also going to give me an opportunity to test out T-Mobile's home internet. That's what I'm testing out here to see if that works. T-Mobile has been fairly reliable. Also reliable at having your information be taken by anybody that wants it, apparently. However, they do have a home internet, which I'm waiting on, and hopefully that is going to quell any problems that I may have. And it's shitty because imagine, oh hey PigCake, watch this video, or hey guys, here's this topic that I want to go over. Oh, let me just not be able to show it because I'm streaming off of a fucking Pixel 4a. Out of a Pixel 4a, not even a phone of substance, a phone of quality. Well, Pixel 4a has been pretty decent. So let's go through here. Sup, Piggy? How are you? When is ham radio coming back? Probably October. Probably October. Daniel's right now currently going through his honeymoon. I don't understand what kind of a person decides to go and on a road trip for a honeymoon, but that's Daniel, and he's taking pictures, and then he'll send me a pic. I don't like talking to people, right? I don't like if we're texting, it's for a function. So if I'm texting you, oh hey man, I'm going to your house. Okay, hey, oh you're coming over? Okay, that's cool. But Daniel will text me a picture and be like, dude, crazy, right? What? What do you want me to talk back and forth now? Because of a picture you sent me, you want me to have a back and forth? So I tell you, dude, that's a great picture, man. I really like how you. I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't like texting. I don't like. I call for efficiency. Grape soda to show the ethnicity. That's right, my friend. Grape soda. Let's look at the ingredients and see what cancer juice I'm drinking. Carbonated water. Reminds me of a funny vine from back in the day that says, "Oh, you're drinking carbonated poop water. Who put carbonated poop water on the counter?" And then put a sign saying carbonated poop water to let people know. Citric acid, potassium benzenate, a preservative, they had to specify. Aspartame, acesulfate, potassium, natural and artificial flavors, so goat cum, and red 40 and blue 1. That's what I'm consuming right now, and yet it tastes like grape soda. So, what am I really drinking? What am I really drinking right now? Mm. Let's see. I hope you're well, bro. Does Tally Ho feel better than bicycles, or do I get lucky with my first Tally Ho deck? Well, to start this with a very virginy conversation about playing cards, it's all really the same shit. It's all really the same shit. Although what I found is that Tally Ho's tend to be a little bit more stiff. Mind you, I don't know anything about playing cards, right? So when people say, "Oh, this is a thing and this is that," I don't know shit. Right? People send me playing cards, and the Penguin Magic people send me paragraphs describing how the finish on the playing cards is special this time. And sometimes I don't feel a difference for the most part. Right? I have the jellyfish deck here. Oh, crush stock. I don't know what that means. Right? However, I do remember that the tally hos were a little bit thicker. They were a little bit thicker. They felt more, less pliable than bicycle cards. Bicycle cards they're very soft, right? Especially with the fucking new things they're going with, or the new decks that are coming out of USBC. Oh yeah, but tally hos were a little bit stiff, and I remember that. I don't have any near me. I don't have any tally hos near me, which is a good thing. I have too many playing cards around me as it is. I don't feel comfortable with how many playing cards I have around. Here are some bees. These are again Penguin. I think sent me these. Right, Illusionist also had a bee deck not so long ago. So there's definitely some a battle of the bees taking place, and they also have to jump through. I imagine probably legal, right? Some intellectual property laws because these right here are honeybees. So could you could they have like Penguin Magic have called these bees? Or would they have gotten ass raped? Or are they the same company? Because it's all monopoly now. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure. What do you think of Peter Turner's mind control kits? Well, I mean, unfortunately, as I mentioned, seeing that I have a conversation with Turner regularly, and he did mention me in the last live stream they did, like a cunt. Right? Somebody said, "Hey man, what's it like talking down to PigCake?" And he goes, "Oh," he said some clever quip, right? Some clever quip about talking down to me, and it's so hard for me because I'm always having to look up to everyone. And oh, what a fucking you fucking. I can't even say beans on toast because I've been having beans regularly as of late. Not the fucking gross Heinz beans that you Brits enjoy, but black beans because they're good for fiber and managing cholesterol because I have high cholesterol. When my blood work came back, unfortunately, that's one of my problems. Abraxas, not to be confused, the movie from 1993 with Jesse the Body Ventura. Abraxas, the maker of a fantastic playing card. Look at me shitting on playing cards and then shilling your resurrected deck. But yeah, you said me and PigCake sexually FaceTime occasionally. That is true. That is true. There have been many a time where I turn on a PigCake, sorry, a Peter Turner call, right, regarding some weird thing that's happening, and it's your nipple. It's your nipple, not his face. So there's a difference there, right? I go, hey, that's not Peter Turner. That's a nipple, and it's your nipple, Nathan. It's your nipple. Let's see. I think Tally and Bike's only different to finish. Linoid versus air cushion. I just found them stiffer. They're just a little bit stiffer than that. But yeah, just to answer your question regarding what I think of the mind control kit, I think it's great. I think it's the usual stuff. Peter Turner puts out good stuff, and I think the box and the whole story behind it and everything they've told me about it and where they've gone, you know, Spain and all around the UK shooting that stuff and his when you see it in person, that's the worst part too, right? Because I've seen him do Midas touch in person and I'm just like, you fuck, these people barely speak English and he's still doing it and they're running around and it's crazy shit. So it's definitely going to be good. Now there's some stuff in the box, right, that I'm not necessarily so familiar with that I asked him. I'm like, hey, I don't know what this is, and he, tells me what it is, and it's interesting stuff. It's definitely interesting stuff. And what I like again is that it's words, right? They do mention that you need to establish yourself somewhat with some stuff that you might want to establish your abilities with some classic mentalism stuff. But fuck, God fucking damn him and his stupid, sexy mind. All right, that's all I want to say because I don't want to give the man any more compliments. I hate that fake sugar. It doesn't even taste like fake sugar though. It tastes like grape soda. I think I've had a grape soda that isn't diet many years ago because I feel like if I drink a lot of it, I'm gonna start asking people questions. You know, I'm gonna start getting checks every month from the government for no reason. So I don't like to drink grape soda that much. But a diet grape soda, seeing that it was on sale, I decided to take it, and it's not bad. It's not bad. Although here's the thing, I did drink it 2 nights ago. Just watching a dumb movie. I was drinking. Obviously, I drink water. I drink a lot of water. But on occasion, if I want to feel full and not have calories, I'll take a diet soda. I had a hangover the next day. I didn't even drink. I woke up with a hangover, like a dehydration hangover from diet check grape soda. So whatever chemically is taking place in my body. Let's see. Oxymoron 45, you fucking bitch. Let's see what you say. You say, speaking of soft, did you hit the gym lately or you pulled a muscle too much? Easy for you to say when we don't see your fucking dilapidated, inflated ass. All right, Oxymoron, you fuck. Easy for you to make accusations at me. As a matter of fact, today I had a fantastic workout. I woke up, right? Did some editing. I did some coordinated stretching. I'm not gonna call it yoga because I'm not a gay. But I did some coordinated stretching, and then I did some high cardio stuff, right? Some body weight stuff. Lifted a little bit of the weights, did some of the little cables, and then I went on I would say a 6 mile little walk, right? Round trip, 6 miles. So I had a fantastic workout today, Oxymoron. You fuck. You fuck. Uh, okay, we're talking about playing cards here. What did I do this week in terms of videos? Right, I forget what I put on my own channel, but I enjoy the content that I've been putting out as of late. Is that bad of me to enjoy my own content? Right, like I'll watch my own videos and I'm like, that's not me. I kind of have a weird disassociation where I don't recognize that it's me, but it's me. So I'll watch myself back on a live stream and I'm like, what? This is fucking weird. So the last video that I made was you are not the smartest person in the room, right? You're not the smartest person in the room, which is an idea that I got walking. Right, I was walking, listening to one of my favorite podcasts. All right, I forgot what the name of it is. Let me see if I could find the actual name before people accuse me of being oh, some sort of I was gonna say white nationalist for some weird reason. Podcast. Okay, let me see if I could find the name of it. Perfect Guy Life. I was listening to my favorite podcast, Perfect Guy Life, and they mentioned something about intelligence, and I decided, you know what, I'm gonna write down a little note because that's a great idea for a video, and I did that video, and I had to see that stupid scene from Now You See Me Too, that stupid scene where Jesse Eisenberg is there and he's getting interrogated by another piece of shit, right? By another dumb retard. Let me just say them all here. And I forgot what his name is, but he plays the Hulk and he's there. And the worst part about that movie is knowing how the movie ends, that Hulk ends up being the guy behind the scenes. Jesse Eisenberg really comes out as a retard in that particular scene. He comes out as an idiot because look at what he's saying. He's saying, you got to be 7 steps ahead. No, you got to be 3, 4, 7 steps ahead of you. So you got to always be the smartest person in the room. And he's doing all this stuff to the guy who's technically being the smartest person in the room because he's the one that's doing all of that. He's the one that's coordinating everything from the end of the movie. So all that stupid that monologue that he did was obviously for no point because he was. Oh my goodness, I don't even want to talk about it because it gets me upset remembering that stupid movie. But I thought that was a great little thing, and I liked the little nugget. Right, it starts off as a nugget while I'm walking, and then it turns into what I thought it was a nice commentary video on that. And the other one is the king of visual creative magic, being Nicholas Lawrence. He sent me a message a week ago, right? And I'm like, you know what, man? I'm gonna make a video on you. I'm gonna make a video on you because he posted that thing where he put the card, and it was this crazy shit, right? And I'm like, oh, okay. But then I see the video, and he's doing this behind the card that he just shoved a sharpie through, and you don't see the fingers behind the video, behind the fucking hole in the card. And then he does it again, and it's just the craziest shit. And apparently he's coming out with that in 2022, I think. He mentioned something in one of the comments. Crazy motherfucker. And that story when we met at Magi Fest, which is taking place currently, I believe, or just ended, it's true, right? I went to the Magi Fest. I sound like my mom. I went to the Magi Fest. Shows that's the at the end of stuff, or makes things plural for no reason. Okay, all right. Is this a thing? Is this my okay? All right, just making sure. And and he did that portal pack, right? He did that trick where it's literally one card in one hand and then one deck in the other, and then they trade places just visually, and it's all sleight of hand. It's all literally sleight of hand. There's no gimmick. There's no gaff. It's just his fucking bare paws doing it, and I fell out of my seat. And then he sent me a message saying, "Dude, did I meet you in a convention?" I'm like, "Yeah, you did. You met me there." But I was going around incognito. I wasn't telling people who I was. Not that anybody cared, right? But still, there was only one kid that looked at me and said, "Hey, man, don't you have a channel?" I'm like, "Shut the fuck up, you little stupid kid. Shut up. I don't have a channel." Right? He's like, "Yeah, you have a channel. You teach magic." I'm like, "No, I don't. Shut up. Shut up." He was asking me about coin stuff, which is kind of weird. He was asking me about like, "Hey, man, how do you do this thing?" I'm like, "Okay, let me show you. It's a cool thing you do." And he goes, "Hey, do you show that on your channel?" Oh man, uppercut a child. So let's see here. Top Notch says PigCake is actually a very good speaker, especially when he's not espousing about potentially multiracially Blanco supremacist talking points. I'm a mod. I won't say the W word. You can't. Yeah, it's gonna become to the point where it's that's gonna be a normal thing, right? W word. A W. Oh, that's great. Good to see you. Abraxas says Spencer Elvis. Oxy don't call the shots. I just shoot them. Pig cake, don't axe nothing, bruh. Someone take his mic. He's speed running, getting shadow banned again. Oh, that's yeah. I've been speed running, getting shadow banned for 5 years now. That's my I think the goal of the channel, right? Mm. I don't care about my Twitch. I should actually see how fast I could get perma banned on Twitch, right? I think I could do it in 5 seconds if I start a stream and just scream it. You know what I'm talking about, right? If I scream it uh, for 5 solid seconds, I think that's going to be enough. I should. It'll be great. It'll be great. I should at least get a little bit of like fake gamer press on that. I think that'd be great, just to try to get banned on Twitch as fast as possible. I might do that one day. that I get hammered, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck Twitch. I'm never on Twitch. I don't need Twitch. I'm just gonna. That's gonna be tremendous. Fuck. 12-ounce curls isn't a workout. Okay, all right, I get it. I get it. You're really hard on the pudginess. All right, of which, by the way, there's no pudge. There's never been a pudge. Okay, you fuck. Oh man, I'm just shaking out of anger. I'm not gonna respond to your obvious trolling because that means that you win, oxymoron. But unfortunately, I'm an easy person to aggravate. All right, as you've been able to tell for the past however long I've been able to stream. So I'm not gonna fall for your fucking trolling anymore. You fuck. My Pignus real question here. What's the last thing you totally believed and then later discovered you were wrong? No judging, just curious. Uh, recently, those, I think somebody told, I'm trying to remember, that I told them something. Is like, they said, no, that's not it. And I go, okay. And then I looked it up and they were right. But I'm trying to remember what it was. It wasn't something political. It wasn't something political. Um, it was something with some food that I remember specifically. Or sorry, that I don't remember specifically, but it was something to do with food, and I was 100% wrong. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right, yeah, you're right. I didn't know that. I thought I was mistaken. So something like that, like a misconception, John. But I don't remember specifically what it was. Um, Turn the audio up, please. The audio is great. All right. I didn't know that. I thought
Look
I
at
was
that.
mistaken. Sounds great. Sounds phenomenal on my Rode microphone. I do have an interface that I was going to connect, but I'm waiting to actually use this to have a nicer mic and have a setup that I could, analog improve or adjust using analog as opposed to digital, or in this case, having to go to the actual microphone and pressing the button. But I think the audio sounds good. All right. I could even turn this into an ASMR stream if I wanted to by just being ridiculously close to the microphone and saying things like pontificate, pendant, penguin. Have you seen that little Arab kid that's like, just relax? And he's doing some things with like some vials. And then I think his dad comes in and says, did you fucking fail today? Did you get an F in a math test? Something like that. And the kid's like, come on, dad. Come on. It's like some ASMR channel. I'm convinced they don't know. They're just doing random shit. They make it seem like there's a process to their ASMR, but you're just fucking doing random shit that makes noise. Like how is this gonna get you the tingles? Right? Is that getting you the tingles? I don't think people deserve life. Duke of Dope says that was rude. My apologies. I don't know what you're referring to. Duke of Dope. Do you still argue with the demon advocates? Says Cameron Can or Khan. Yeah, from time to time. From time to time on the channel, I'll get some guy that's like, you know what? I'll show you right now. As a matter of fact, I'll go to my comments, and there was one from a while, not a while ago, maybe like a couple weeks ago. Let's see. That contains questions, response status. I responded. YouTube is really killing it when it comes to the search on YouTube stuff. Let's see. Let me go back here. I know that there was one that I'm like, dude, really, Joe? Really, you fuck? Let's see. This was maybe a week ago. Oh, right here. Yeah. So this guy says, funny how the critics who talk trash about the spiritual realm. If you use the word realm, I already know. I already know that this is not going to be a good and interesting discussion about the spiritual realm being fantasy and the denial of demons and black magic. Say things like, it's such an easily explainable trick, and then not explain or back up a single thing he said. He just makes examples of anything. What a funny guy. You kept saying, do you really think it's the devil? What would he have to gain? How about fame and money? Literally? And it goes on for another fucking paragraph. And I said, real life isn't Mortal Kombat, right, Joe? And he, of course, responds with another FCAT FSA paragraph saying, PigCake, no, it's a lot more complex and spiritual than even that. You have no idea clearly about what is. Okay. You have no idea. He's very. I fucked up there, but the grammar here. You have no idea clearly about what this life is or isn't about. Black magic isn't only real, it's practiced with Native Americans, skinwalkers. And I'm like, all right, I didn't even respond to that. But that's fairly common. That happens a lot. Cameron. So yeah, I do still banter. I hate this. I hate that that's a thing that I do, and I'm trying to control it. But I get into internet arguments with people, and I'll just be like walking and looking on TikTok when there's nobody. By the way, on the sidewalk, if there's people on the sidewalk, I don't look at my phone. But if there's nobody on the sidewalk, I could see, up over there and down over here. There's nobody around me. I'm always checking behind me for bikes because I'm pedestrian of the century. I'll look at a couple TikToks, right? And then I'll find myself bantering back and forth with people. Sometimes it's good bants. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it just makes me, want to find the nearest bridge and then jump and survive and then hope that I get into a crash on the way to the hospital in the ambulance. That's kind of what I hope happens. Why don't you teach us more psychology stuff? It's very interesting. I'd love for you to be my teacher. Right? I thought it. And I do remember back in my previous life as an educator, some people thought that because they somehow found out after the fact that I did YouTube stuff, and they thought that I was doing a channel where I was specifically teaching about psychology, which I just found funny. I'm like, why would I do that? And then I thought, that wouldn't be a bad idea, right? I like psych. I love psych, and frankly, I love psych, and I think it would be a great thing just to have a psych dedicated channel, right? But like, make it fun. Make it not like the other people that are kind of academic or who are the guys that do the two brothers, Hank Green and the other guy that are just kind of, you watch them maybe a couple times and you're like, okay, this guy's funny, and then they say something retarded and you go, okay, I think that that's the last video I want to watch. Do you have any college degrees? Yeah. Speaking of psychology degree, right? I never went to the master's because it was very expensive. And then I went to see if I could, and they said, no, you have to have applied from your freshman. So when you're a freshman, you have to apply to our master's program, and we only accept 8 people. So I'm like, okay, all right, that's great. I wish I would have known that, you know, in my freshman year. Wish they would have maybe said something like that, like, hey guys, by the way, if you guys want to do a master's course, it's a very limited capacity that we have. As a matter of fact, it's only 8 people. So you're gonna have to start signing up now and applying now for your master's. I'm like, okay, still saved me a lot of money though, not doing that. Let's see. Something about this chat needs some blue law, motherfucker. Not gonna give you the fucking wrench. My Lebanese buddy has a hockey stick he keeps in his garage. On the blade, he wrote Juice Smasher. True story. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you for that. I appreciate comments like that, especially when I read them out loud, right? When I read those comments out loud. And then now I said it. Now I said it. So, something about noodles, anything, work out the extensive size Stebbins math of force. Anyone here talking about magic? Yeah, we always talk about magic. Unfortunately, as much as I hate it, right? Eventually, somebody says, "Hey, man, I got a question about this," and then I have to get into a whole aside, right, on magic or something. We talked about playing cards a little bit, right? Oh, tally hoes. As much as I hate talking about fucking playing cards, this is gayer than Twitch. No pudge, but definitely plump. I want to be. You are just the worst. I used to totally believe in the G spot, says Larry Isley. I totally used to believe in the G spot, right? And then you were there rummaging, and like, what's going on? I know that there's a spot here. You're like Indiana Jones with a torch going through a cave. There's a place here known as the G spot. Of course, you have to have some sort of small UK British sounding companion to your adventure. I'm totally serious. You were a teacher, right? I asked you a question about stacks. I don't like those. I know that there's a whole bunch of formulas and stuff for finding specific cards with size stabbings. I'm not a fan of that. The one that I keep mentioning every time somebody asks me is the kindergarten stack from Michael Weber, right? That one's my favorite stack because you're only memorizing like 10 cards, and then you know the position. And then, yeah, I know. Oh my god, yeah, you're lazy. Just memorize the deck. No, no, I'm not gonna do that. This one, you know the position of any card in the deck, and it's very easy, right? It's super easy. You don't need memory. Just the court cards really, and that's it. That's really all you got to do. So that's the one that I like because somebody says, "Oh, fucking 3 of diamonds," right? And oh, that's 43. Doesn't take effort, right? I just based on the cards themselves. But I'm not a fan of those. It's interesting that you could do that with size stebbins, right? If you don't know what I'm talking about, you multiply certain things about the card, and it gives you the position in the deck based on if you give it a cut, then you have to subtract the position of the bottom card, and it becomes a mess. But if you have it in stock, size stebbins, you could find the position of every card. I forgot what the actual formula was. But no, I'm not gonna go through that, especially for a trick when there are other alternatives that are easier. Maybe I could just get a stack watch, right? Maybe some sort of stack watch that just allows me to go, all right, 3 o'clock. That is whatever. I can't even pretend to know. Mnemonica. Has anyone told you no one knows who Ricardo is? Okay. Cy Stebbins or Bart Harding? Is Bart Harding the retarded Hardy brother that nobody knows about? Like there's the Hardys, Matt and Jeff, and then there's Bart Harding, and he comes out on a wheelchair. Oh man, I don't know. I'm killing myself here today. Why are you skipping over my comments? I alluded to your comments, you fuck. Garrison Porquez, I hate that I skipped. Okay, Garrison Porquez, bro, I can't stay. I'm at work. Just popped up. Just leave my like and say what's up. Hey, thank you, Garrison. I appreciate that, and I enjoy your name very much. Some people say cellar door is the most beautiful combination of words in the English language. No, I think it's Garrison Porquez. It ain't no thing but a chicken wing, man. Yo, rap dog, rap. Hey man, let me ask you something on unswattable midge. Where you get that ebonics from, dog? The more I drink grape soda, the more I love asking questions. I can't even because of you know the intelligence. I can't even say axing. Be, uh, I can't even say it as a joke, right? My brain defaults to the correct way of saying it. There's no X in there. Have you ever seen Darren Brown perform live? Says John. Nope. No, I've never seen him perform live. I wish. I mean, based on that first show, the first show I think has been his best one. Something Wicked This Way Comes. I think that was the best one. Had the best twist of all of them. Right? They usually have twists. Damn, boy. Yo, makes me want to have some collard greens. I don't know what I'm doing in life. But the first one I think was my favorite one. It had the best twist right at the end. Oh, I've been saying these weird phrases, and you kind of notice. You kind of notice when you are watching it, and he just said some shit that doesn't make sense, and you go, okay, no, I guess it's just Darren being Darren. And then at the end, when he goes, no, 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 all the shit that I've said that you thought I misspoke was actually because of this to try to get you to say this, and then the whole production, man, it was great. I loved that one. And the other ones that I've seen, I don't think they have that same charm as that first one. And he's throwing newspapers out. I think he does that. If I'm not, if I don't know if I'm mixing them up, but I think at some point he does the nose thing, right, where he just shoves it. But the way he puts it into the actual set is beautiful because he does it after an intermission. Oh fuck, tremendous. But I'd love to see him. All right, no magic talk. I get it. So are you Muslim, Hispanic? I'm not Muslim, but I am Arabic, and I am Hispanic. Right. So I'm as minority as they come, my friend. As minority as they come. So you better check your privilege before you talk to me, because I might send the minority police. I might have to make a minority report on you. Oh fuck. See, sorry, I skipped a fucking bunch of comments because it just decided to jump. It just decided to jump. Thank you, YouTube. I just gave you a compliment a little while ago. Yes, I'd subscribe to this psych channel if you made one. Here's the thing, right? I always find myself battling, like, oh, I want to go back to teaching. I'd love to go back to having a normal job in teaching, right? I'd still do this. I would still not compromise on anything on the channel or on Patreon. But I like the idea of teaching, especially something like psychology. So I might do a psychology channel. I think that'd be fun. I think it'd be the broad thing, and then maybe use magic, right, as examples. Come in there and use that on occasion. I think that'd be cool. I still have one of the textbooks that I stole. I fucking stole one of your textbooks, bitch. right? To my previous employer. Um, I still have it, so I'd love to go through it. Zimbardo's, Philip Zimbardo's the one that wrote that particular textbook, which I found interesting because it seemed to highlight his study quite a lot when it got to that particular chapter. I'm like, I wonder why. Wonder why Zimbardo. But yeah, I might do that. Might do that. Croco. What if that's like an N word in like some weird part of Asia? Croco. I may have my own stereotypes here, but because you teach psychology, are you interested in hypnosis? Yeah, I love hypnosis. I wanted to be a professional hypnotist. I want to be a professional hypnotist as a profession for a long time. But then eventually teaching came up, and then eventually that went away, and then this right here, making magic tutorials on patreon.com/pigcake has been what I've been doing. Oh, let's see. We got some more calling me fat. That's verifiably not true. All right, that's you have eyes. Are you blind? Maybe you're the one with fat going over your fucking eyeballs that you literally cannot see me correctly. You fucks, sweat poultry. You fuck, an oxymoron. You cunt. Let's see. Teach us how to be a good person, even though we like magic, right? You gotta have to balance it. You're gonna have to balance it, and that's the hard part, right? You're gonna have to, especially when it comes to relationships. That's what I tell everybody. Listen, man, get into magic. That's fine, but don't let them know. Don't let them know until you get married, and then there's a bunch of paperwork that you have to do in order for them to separate, and there's money, and they're not gonna do that. So let them know that you're a magician after, right? After you get married. That's my advice. Are you ever going to write a book? Yeah, I mean, eventually. I still have my lecture notes that I've some people managed to find because I got requests, right? You fucking autists. Managed to see a screenshot and then go back and write the actual code for that. But I'm still doing that one. And I realize I should just turn that into a book. I should just turn that into a book. I think that would probably be the better one, right? But yeah, Leonard. You're right that Cy Stebbins' math shit is retarded. Yeah, I don't see the true value of that. Cy Stebbins is great, right? I'm sorry, let me stretch my foot because of the walking today. I like an asshole, and because I'm cheap, I'm like, oh, let me just walk in flat shoes, like not Sperry's, but what's the name, Vans. Let me just walk in Vans, and I would say the fifth mile, my ankles were pretty much saying, "Hey man, you're a retard." But I don't get anybody that would do that practically. Like, hey, let me get this deck set up in size Stebbins, and then let me find a trick that would do this, and you're gonna have to do a lot of unnecessary math, whereas you could just use an easier method and then cut all that math out, right? Just again, the card kindergarten is a great alternative to a memorized deck. No effort. If you want to memorize a deck, again, there you go. A lot better than having to do these weird, complicated formulas, just because the deck is based on a mathematical formula itself. Are you familiar with Tommy Cooper? Yeah. I love Tommy Cooper, right? And funnily enough, I remember I got a book years and years ago from Nicholas Einhorn, right? And I kept reading through it because he had a nice little portion on history. I'm like, well, you're focusing a lot on magicians based in Europe, right? That's a little bit favoritist. And then you realize Nick Einhorn is literally from the UK. But Tommy Cooper was one of the magicians that he highlighted. And then after looking him up, I'm like, yeah, this guy's fucking great. It's more personality than anything to do with magic, which is the way you want to be, right? You want to really downplay the magic and you want to upplay your personality. At Gaito Bakery, well, I've seen comments some weird stuff on other people's channels. That's kind of odd. I had to watch an advertisement to see this video. There's no way this channel's monetized. Hey, baby, we're doing it, baby. Monetized. That's right, Susan, you bitch. I could call you a bitch and I'm still monetized. I just can't wait for that email to come where it's like, listen, based on your comments on this live thread where you are threatening the life of the CEO of YouTube as a joke, we can't have you monetized. We can't have you in the monetization program. Piggy likes the smoke pipe. I don't like the smoke pipe. I do like to smoke cigars. a fan of cigars. I haven't gotten to the pipes yet. I feel like pipes are pretentious. I've watched the Modern Rogue videos on pipes, and I'm not a fan. The whole process, and you got to do this. For cigars, it's easy. You snip, right, and then you light it. I mean, lighting it takes a little bit of finagling, but you figure it out after a couple cigars, and that's it. You're good to go. Whereas the pipe, you got to baby bear push and the mama bear push. No, thank you. I just want to smoke a nice cigar and not have to worry about shit. Did you get Steve Forte's sleight of hand books? They're pretty insane. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of that. I watch it like Darwin Ortiz stuff. A lot of people find Darwin Ortiz boring. I don't think so. I like watching him perform those things because it's very technically amazing, and I think some of his presentations, even though they're very focused on gambling, I think they're cool. But I'm not a fan of learning those things, right? So learning, oh, here's the routine that you're seemingly doing middle deals or seemingly doing this. Another guy is what's his fucking name? I hate to say, oh, this guy's great, and then I have to remember what his name is. Magic by Jason Instagram. Let me see if I remember. He's like a hot guy. Jason Ledane? Yeah, Jason Ledane. Jason Ledane. I had a little bit of dyslexia there, or lysdexia. Fuck, crazy shit, crazy shit. It reminds me exactly of Darwin Ortiz. Um, but he does these crazy. He's like washing a deck, and it seems all fair, and then he still manages to deal himself the kings. And fuck, what a technically gifted guy. Holy shit, he's another guy. I would just love watching his stuff on Instagram. But yeah, I'm not a fan of learning it. I'm a fan of watching it. Something wicked. This something wicked was something wicked, but I'm more of an infamous man myself. He has the other ones that are kind of cool. Right, he has another one that's kind of cool. Um, but they're not at Svengali, I think, or the one where he's doing the Q&A. I thought that was cool because this guy's doing billet work on a television special, right? To let you know that anybody's like, oh shit, okay, I can't do this. I'm gonna have a hard time applying this sort of concept. He's doing billet stuff. Like, there was that one where he does the actual billet stuff that he gives a guy, and the other person's blindfolded, and they're drawing a number on a board, and he's literally doing billet stuff on a television special, which lets you know the strength of it. Uh, you didn't stretch before exercising? Way to not listen to the doctor. I've been stretching. All right, I've been stretching. You got a bat in the cave? Do I have a bat in the cave? You fuck. Maybe. No longer there. It's no longer there. Can't wait to report your new channel for racism and hate speech. Or go on other people's channels and say that I'm miserable, right? And say that I'm some sort of QAnon supporter. Is that also what you're gonna do? Sweat cunt. Let's see this one here. The side channel with magic example seems pretty cool. I might give it a try. I might give it a try and see if it works. Or maybe just convert PigCake Plus to that and see if that's a thing. Oh, fuck me. Hopefully Craig Petty will get Darren Brown on his show. I don't know. I don't know. There have been some fun stuff with Craig Petty and Sean Hayden, right? But here's the thing. It started off because Sean Hayden on the Wizard Magic review called Craig Petty a chicken. I'm like, okay, haha, they're buddies. I guess that he's just doing that as a joke. And then Craig Petty comes out with like a 60-minute video. You fuck! I'm gonna fucking kill you in a magic battle. And it's like, okay, all right. So I guess didn't seem like they were friends. And it didn't seem like a bit either, right? It seemed like Craig was genuine about what he was saying in that first response video. And then, of course, Sean retorts, calling him a chicken again. And then Craig has another response where he's like, ew, this and that. And you said red and all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, this kind of turned kind of shitty. I thought it was going to be like cool. But now I'm like, it's just magic beef, right? Oh, and then they want to have a magic off. Okay. All right. I get it. But it would have been interesting maybe if you had like an interview, or maybe, for example, I know you could have had like, it would have been great to have with the mediator be David Penn, right? It'd be great for them to have this like back and forth, right? Imagine that amazing thing. You have the split screen with Craig Petty and Sean, and then you have fucking David Penn in the middle. I'm like, yeah, I'd fucking watch that for sure. But it got off muddled, and it went from this has potential to kind of gay, to be honest, right? Hi, Piggy. Sending you warmth from the UK. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I appreciate it, dog. I feel the warmth from here because apparently we don't have any seasons. All right. And here it's 100 fucking degrees. You seem bitter. Maybe it's because of El Gallito Bakery not having good. It's the bitterness from your coffee, right? From your shitty version of Cuban coffee. El Gallito Bakery. Funnily enough, I saw a very attractive woman standing outside of El Gallito Bakery a couple of days ago on one of my walks. What went into your decision making process in shooting 4:3 and stretching it out to widescreen? It's an interesting choice. This is how it comes out of my phone. You cunt. You uneducated cunt. Right? You put it on the phone, you turn it sideways, and this is how it comes out on this aspect ratio. Can I control it? I cannot. I can't. If I could, I would. Right? I'd make it a normal one. I would have other things that I would do if I, made the app. So unfortunately, this is how it looks like out of the phone, with me not being able to customize it. You can't. Jason Ledain was a student of Ortiz, so it makes sense. Yeah, but it's very even the spreading, which is great, right? There's certain things that he does that it's like direct from Ortiz. So yeah, I guess from being a student, but even his mannerisms, and you would think that maybe he would take it and make it his own, but it's very much Darwin Ortiz. Like you could tell that even if from look at the way he spreads the cards. It's the exact same way. He has that pressure thing, which I tried to learn, but it's just hard to get. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, or if you have uh, too little virginity to understand what I'm talking about. But Darwin Ortiz has always spread cards on a table, doing this sort of pressure thing, right? And I always thought it was very pretty. And you see Jason do the exact same spreading, the exact same spreading. So it's obvious the influence there. Tobacco is supposed to be really good to help focus. Well, I enjoy it. I enjoy it. I don't inhale because you're not supposed to inhale cigars. You learn that really quickly when you start smoking cigars. You do have some risk of mouth cancer, but very minimal. Very minimal. But I've been a fan. I've been a fan of the cigar hobby. Right? It's not an addiction. It's a hobby. Let's see. Any Are there any YouTubers that do over the phone tricks? I don't know what you mean by any over the phone tricks, right? Uh, like the Mr. Wizard shit, where it's like, hey, uh, can you please tell me the card that this person is thinking of? Like that sort of phone tricks or tricks with phones. I saw one recently from who's that hot Asian guy? It's like shows you how progressive I am that I find men attractive. But who's the people accusing me, by the way, of being um, a Trumper, conservative Trumper? I'm progressive, but he's hot, and he does a phone thing that I thought was pretty cool, where he shows a phone, right, and he puts it in the case, right, shows that the money is there and the cards are there, and then the phone disappears. He shows the case without the phone, and then he shows the ID and he shows the money, which I thought was pretty cool. A very interesting way of using that particular gimmick. The only problem is that it's like an iPhone 11. I feel like those tricks are kind of dated. Like you buy it. There was a cool one a couple years back that was like an iPhone, see-through iPhone, like an Omni phone, but it went up to like the iPhone 6 essentially. So you're stuck with something that is probably going to get changed within the next year because of how fast and aggressive the phone market is. So if you could do a waterfall flourish, then you could do the Ortiz spread. I can't do that one either. I can't do that one either. I cheat, right? Because from what I read from my original Mark Wilson book, you put pressure on the cards and then you drop them. I cheat by doing like a dribble, waterfall sort of thing, right? So that's my hacky way of doing it. I know there's a way to do it where the cards actually spring down, but I just kind of do like a little drippy. So that's the way I do it. So I can't do that. Normally self-working. He means tricks using a phone as a shiner. That's very specific, right? I know one of the Magi Fests, I forgot what his name was, but he was doing shiner stuff with the phone. right? And he was doing this trick where you would spread the cards and take the card out, and then put it back and shuffle it, and then he know it because he was looking at the shiner. I got a shiner ring from Wish.com for like 50 cents, and it's literally a nice signet ring that you could just turn, and shows you could see all the cards with a little bit of practice from dealing it. Um, but Shiner stuff is always interesting. I still have that book that I'm trying to find in whatever box I put it in. That was from Penn Jillette. That he kind of was the ghost author, but it was about some gambler. It was a really cringy book, but one of the things that he talks about is always having coffee, right, with when he's playing cards, because the coffee could act as a shiner, you know, and people would be they wouldn't even suspect a lighter, a very shiny, literally mirror finish lighter to be used for reflections. And it's kind of interesting to see how many things that we have on a table. A table itself could be a literal, not a mirror, but like a glass table where you could see reflections on it, and you could do shiner work with that, and people won't suspect it. So it's kind of an interesting thing to use. I don't know a lot of magicians that do shiner work per se. Um, I think I know in one of Harry Anderson's books. I read one recently, just because I was inspired looking at one of his specials on YouTube. So I found his book and I read it, and it was great. And I think one of the things he talks about is like very minimally is doing some shiner stuff. But I don't know anybody that specifies in that. There are plenty of gay people with backwards bigoted views. Hey, look at that! Trapped you. Ha 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 ha. Whew. Look at you. You showed your political hand, my friend. You showed it immediately with that comment. I already know where you lie in the spectrum of things. Gotcha, right? Gotcha. Gotcha, right? You're supposed to hide your political hand. People aren't supposed to see it. They're not supposed to, because in that way they leave shitty comments on other people's channels telling them not to work with you because of your political beliefs, of which you're entitled to have because we live in a free country, not the country that some other people want to live in, which are communist socialists. Speaking of coffee, do you still add ice to your coffee? Yeah, yeah, I add ice to my coffee. What do you? That's crazy. What's that even mean? Is that some sort of thing of like a uh, oh hey man, somebody in your family told me you like ice on your coffee, and now I'm regurgitating it as information to let you know that I know about you. I know everybody at this point knows about all my shit, which is tremendous. I think Craig and Sean are being the WWE to Magic. Not really. Not really, because WWE is like scripted. It's, meant to be entertaining, whereas this kind of took a turn. I thought it was interesting at first, and then it kind of fell flat. It kind of fell flat. So I'm not really a huge fan of where they took it, but it became real, right? They had an opportunity to turn it into a whole thing, but they made it into like a thing, and Craig responded. I'm not a fan of that. Fuck me. Do you think that you are culturally conservative? I think that's for PigCake Plus, right? Me, I just talked about hiding your political hand. I'm not here gonna show it on his channel, right? You can make assumptions. I'm not a magician. Little Drippy is what PigCake calls his dick. Little Drippy is what my mom calls your dick. Didn't see it going that way, huh? My mom calls your dick Little Drippy, huh? You're banging a 65-year-old woman? That make you feel good, oxymoron? How do you like this turning into an ASMR stream about you having coitus with a 65-year-old woman? Didn't see it going that way, you fuck. Let's go back here. Piggy, any update on your cards? The same thing as the last one, where we're still working on the box. Why do you choose cigar over cigarette? It's pretty easy to get it to light up and start smoking. Cigarettes you inhale, right? And you have additives, right? You have additives, and I knew it because I tried to make a cigarette cigar. I got cuttings from trimmings from a cigar, and I put it in rolling paper, and I did it scientifically, right? Made a cigarette, and then I lit it, and you could only get 2 to 3 puffs from it. I mean, it's obvious, but you can only get 2 to 3 puffs from pure tobacco. So they add things to kind of deter and prolong the length of the cigarette, which are not things that are good for you, especially things that you're inhaling into your body. Whereas cigars, you only taste it. You're keeping it in your mouth. You're tasting the flavors, and then you're letting out the smoke. So I prefer. I've never had a cigarette, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. I know that I didn't realize that a cigar could put you on your ass. I've been cigar drunk before with very potent cigars, but as far as cigarettes, I wouldn't recommend that. Cigars, it's literally one ingredient, right? Maybe two if you consider the fruit pectin that they use to actually bind it together. But I wholeheartedly recommend cigars over cigarettes any day. Is this an emergency broadcast? No. Although I do want to steal that meme from Barstool. I want to steal that. Emergency broadcast. Hey guys, I'm reviewing my own frozen pizza. So I'm enjoying those. Your mom likes my little drippy. I just said that. I just said that you're my mom. So I made the joke first. Um, let's see. Craig worked himself into a shoot, says Bill Goldberg. That's exactly it. That's exactly the phrase that I think encompasses what took place. He worked himself into a shoot, right? He got himself worked up, and I think he kind of see. I was talking about showing your political card. I think that they really could have turned that somewhere, but he kind of showed his hand way too quick. He was too reactionary, and because of that, it kind of fell flat. And I love Craig, but I just think that the beef could have been something a little bit more productive. Although it has been a little bit interesting watching those videos, so that's been entertaining, somewhat. But it could have had more potential. Could have definitely had more potential. These nuts. Hey Piggy, I just want to say that you are amazing, and your style has inspired me in my routines. Thank you. Appreciate that, man. Look at that positivity. There's some positivity in this ocean of darkness, this ocean of shit that I have to doggy paddle my way through. Right? There's a nice little seashell of positivity, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it very much. Shin Lim, no. Kevin, man, fuck. I'm gonna have a hard time trying to remember this magician's name. I don't want to say Kevin. Patrick Kuhn. I knew it was a white name. I'm like, yeah, it's a white name. Patrick Kuhn had that. Let me see if I could find the specific video. Right, and it's like this cool thing with the phone. I think it's cool, and that it reminds me of. I think I mentioned it in Wizard of Magic review. Now that I remember it, but it reminds me of Ring Watch and Wallet. Right, Ring Watch and Wallet from fuck me from Tommy Wonder. Right, but with modern stuff and not modernized for today's uh, progressive life, as some people have tried to do. But modernize with things that make sense. How many people put their IDs and money behind their phone case? And this particular gimmick lets you vanish the phone using a very I would say old method. It's like the same method as the card in box, where the cards disappear as they go into the box. But with a phone, might as well take advantage that it shows now with an empty thing. So now it shows you as empty. I linked it in the comment section, I believe. Yeah, so I linked that one. It's great. It's fucking tremendous. Um, but the money disappears, the card disappears, and the phone disappears, and they all appear in your wallet in your person. So it's like ring, watch, and wallet, but very easy, and doesn't involve literally a fucking contraption that you have to put on your person in order to shoot the thing. If you ever watch Tommy Wonder explain that routine, it's fucking ridiculous. Because he's like, no, 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 I put Teflon in my back so that I don't lose any pull on this. And everything has a purpose. The little hook that everything is perfect when it comes to that routine. And this, I think, is a nice take on that idea. So, oh, let's see. Let's go back here. You're looking a little chubby. Oh, fucking Patrick Kuhn is ugly. You have a bad taste. See all these comments about if it's obviously trolling, right? It's obvious trolling. Could you? I mean, I would prefer something of a different variety, other than weight. I don't know who told you that I'm particularly picky when it comes to pudgy allegations, right? But it's clearly wrong. Fortuitous things, the amount of energy used in the production and content of that could power a third world village for 50 years. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. I also think you have an impressive intellect, and I always look forward to shooting the shit with you. Don't let the trolls dampen Am I turning into Dark Side Phil all of a sudden, where my streams are now 90% trolls and 10% content? Is that what's going to happen to me? Am I going to have my own little section on kiwifarms.com? Dark Side Phil, by the way, is my favorite case study in what happens when interneting goes wrong and using the internet goes completely wrong. And they just recently released some alleged bank statements from Dark Side Phil, where that's the whole arc now. They have different arcs on Dark Side Phil's life, and the most recent arc is that they released some bank statements proving that everything he said on streams has been a lie. Has been a lie. The guy makes, I think, he spends $33,000 a month on shit like WWE games on his phone. But he's always saying that he's paying bills and he's paying mortgages and stuff. It's tremendous. So if you have an opportunity to look up the Dark Side Phil saga, it's one that I will definitely say that it's a rabbit hole that you're not going to come out of. Speaking of rabbit holes, this guy has a wonderful one. Frederick Knudsen has a down the rabbit hole on Dark Side Phil. That's fucking epic. Epic Gamers CEC Hangout says you got to watch the DSP playing GTA clip with Mr. Mediker commenting in the background. Absolutely hilarious. Like, I haven't seen that video a million times. All right, CEC. I go to sleep to that video. And the whole Mediker stuff on Dark Side Phil. Fuck. What a case study on how not to use the internet and how to take your internet fame, right, and just shit on it. And just completely shit on it. But he's definitely one to study. I don't want to turn into Dark Side Phil, all right? I don't want to do that. So I'm not going to be the Dark Side Phil of magic. Uh, let's see. My last comment was pretty creative. Fuck. Let's see what your last comment is. Manel was so inspired by PigCake, he gained 15 pounds. Are you sucking your own dick now? Huh? Is that what it's come to? You're saying, obviously, shitty trolls, and you're sucking your own troll's dick? Just that wasn't that wasn't good. That wasn't top notch level. All right, top notch 3232 level of commentary. Okay, that's what I want when it comes to having me, or sorry, you putting a comment to tell me to look at your previous comment, and then your previous comment is ass. All right, that's top notch's move. And if you're gonna do it, at least have it be good. Fortuitous Thing says, I'm the smartest person in the room. I'm in my own room though. Right? The other one that was based, by the way, also on a on a Magicians Only post that I saw, where somebody unironically posted it, and they said, "Hey guys, what do you think of this?" Ha 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 ha. And it's that comment, right, saying the first secret to magic is that you have to be the smartest person in the room. That's not the, I think that there are many secrets to magic or many rules to magic before that, and that's not even a thing. But the thing is that magicians still believe that, right? And I don't want to name names of magicians, like I said in the video, but certain magicians that refer to my man bunned haircut as that of a very very terrible term to use for the LGBTQ H2O plus community, right? People like that their egos are massive. They're the ones that believe that. So they don't have to put a picture of Jesse Eisenberg's stupid face. They just believe it intrinsically. Would you ever release those videos of you doing street magic as a kid? I think seeing that would be so cool. That one was rough, man. That one was. I looked them up for that whatever video. I forgot the 5 years video, right? And oh boy, I have a couple. I have a couple from that time period of me just doing. I was doing the biddle trick from my teacher, but that was cringe because I didn't. I was. He didn't speak English, so I was doing it in Spanish, and it wasn't good, right? But that was kind of a shitty one. I do have some other ones where I do get some good reactions, but I don't think I'm ever gonna put those out. I don't think I'm ever gonna put those out for that reason of me cringing at it. But I thought without any audio, it looked like a nice piece of me doing it for years and years ago. So I thought it was a good a good way of showing my journey in magic per se for how gay that video was. Victor Blah 415 says cigarettes give you lung cancer, cigar gives you mouth cancer. Really low rates of mouth cancer. Really low rates, according to some recent studies. So that's why I'm good with that. Um, Croco deleted that. I hate that when you delete it, YouTube goes, hey, and it fucks my comments here. Satchel says, where my shoddy at? Shoddy, of course, spelled incorrectly. I think the way that the grape soda drinkers write it, well, they also probably write it incorrectly. But, you spelled it like a white person. You spelled it like a white person. Uh, hmm. Does your mother know of these drugs you have partaken in? Seems like you're going through a rebellious phase. That's funny. I don't know if she knows that I smoke cigars. I don't know if she knows that, but I don't think she'd care. I mean, she's Cuban. She knows about fucking cigars. Um, Satchel says, I miss you, no homo, a little. R.I.P. Norm MacDonald. Yeah, that was a hard one. Norm MacDonald is one of those people that's tremendous. Everything he's done has been gold. So quick, right? His little bits. I still have that PD. You know what? Let's, for old time's sake, let's steal some Norm Macdonald jokes. I know I still have that Norm Macdonald. There's like an app online, joke generator. Let's see if I can find it. Norm jokes. Time for jokes. Okay, so this one's good. To me, perfect sex is like a car wash. You start by lining up and going in slow, and then you finish when three Mexican dudes run up and furiously towel you off. Okay? Here's another one. Here's another. It's more of a. Growing up, I never would have believed that one day I'd need a computer just to masturbate. And he's dead. And he's dead. The man who innovated on these jokes is now no longer with us. How many people have to die before we finally do something about dropping pianos? That's really dated, right? That was a dated one. Let's see one more here. How come none of my friends ever have a dungeon? Instead, they all just have rape dungeons. Oh, fuck. It's good he's dead. To be honest, it's good he's dead. Um, and that's fine. See, sitting here in Olympia, watching this gets me a craving of buckets of chicken from Publix. Well, here's the problem. Right, in my walking route, there are several fast food establishments that tempt me on a day-to-day basis, right? So you go there and you're walking through them, and you're like, oh, I've been doing my exercises. I deserve a cheeseburger, right? I'm gonna have it with no cheese. I'm gonna have it, barren of anything fun. It's protein and calories, right? Why not? Why not do it, PigCake? Go in there. Go to Burger King. Get yourself a Coke Frosty. Come on, do it. And then I don't do it. And then I don't do it. But then I regret it. And now I'm drinking Diet Grape Soda. Diet Check Grape Soda. Ugh. Fuck me. So you get those bucket of chickens from Publix, my friend. You get that and you enjoy it. Don't live the life that I'm living, which is miserable. No dairy, right? I'm walking all the time. My ankles hurt. Leonard Miller, PigCake is a solid 163. You're talking about my weight? He looks about 175. You talking about my weight? Is that what you're talking about here? Is that what the guess is? Every PigCake video is rough. And you watch every one of them, oxymoron. So what does that say about you? Maybe you're less of an oxy and more of a moron. More of just a moron. A retard. Let's see here. If I wanted to watch a fat guy tell Norm Macdonald jokes, I'd watch Norm Macdonald. Former Tennessee Titans cheerleader Elizabeth Leigh Gardner, 42, is accused of pulling a 12-year-old boy's pants off and offering him oral sex. There's no way that this leads to anything good. The boy refused her advances, not because he was 12, but because he was a diehard Colts fan. That wasn't his best work. Let's see. A bird in the hand is a good way to get bird flu. Get away from me. Go wash your fucking hands. That's rough. There's no Publix up here. It's an unattainable dream. I've recently converted off of Publix. I've boycotted Publix, right? Not only does Winn Dixie have the best shotties, right? Actually, no, I lie. I lied because I was in a Publix today, and they had. I was falling in love every 5 seconds. Every 5 seconds, I'm like, oh, she's the one. Dude, just talk to her, man. She's the one, dude. Just go up to her and say, hey, I just had to tell you that and just run, right? I'm falling in love every 5 seconds in public. So I lie. However, Winn Dixie. Winn Dixie's a place, man. Winn Dixie's a place. And the other one is Target, right? Target shotties are unmatched. You can't beat Target shotties. They're there in the candle section. I just got a candle from Target because of a shoddy there. Actually, no, because I wanted the candle. But Publix is, you don't want to go to Publix or you don't want to crave Publix. It's okay not to have Publix in Washington. It's been said that 4 out of 5 enjoy gang rape. Statistically, I know I'm not the most attractive man in the world. When women look at me, I can tell they're over dressing me with their eyes. I don't like the way they structure these here. I think that really takes away from the way that I could say the joke. Uh, okay, this is an easy one. I assume anyone smiling is on meth. Not any good ones. I don't think the spirit of Norm Macdonald is blessing us with his best works here. Um, Not to teach what you learn. First rule, says Victor. We're growing in junk food craze here in the UK. Burgers aren't too bad, but the fries and chips give you a belly. That's the problem, right? It's not the burger, it's the soda and the chips, or as we call them, fries. That's the problem because they're empty calories. You're getting calories for nothing. Whereas the burger, what's bad about that? The bread? Yeah, okay, that's fine. You remember the food pyramid? I was looking at this with a friend of mine the other day. The fucking food pyramid that I used to grow up with in the fucking 90s where they're like, no, 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 you need to have fucking bread. The bottom one was all bread. Food pyramid. Is this a am I getting into Alex Jones conspiracy here to say that they were growing us up to pretty much kill us? The bottom, bread, cereal, rice, and pasta, 6 to 11 servings a day. What the fuck? That's fucking nuts. The food and vegetable group should be on the bottom. And yeah, I know they pretty much are the same shit, but that should be on the bottom, right? Vegetables more than anything, protein, bread. You want to keep that to a minimum. Are you crazy? Yeah, let me have bread and fucking and pasta 60, 11 times a day. They have crackers, the audacity on this fucking food pyramid. This is what I grew up with. And then on the top, it says fats, oil, and sweets. Use sparingly. There's a lot of good fats for you. There's a lot of tremendous fats for you. Coconut, right? Avocado oil is great for you. Fats that you could find in those foods are tremendous, right? What do you mean? What? Milk is 2 to 3 servings. Meat, fish, beans, 2 to 3 servings. What? I'm shaking. I am shaking right now. So I missed that back in the day, right? That used to be the one that they would put and say, "Hey, this is what you need to have on the side of my milk carton." Back in elementary school, right? We need good fats. You need good. You don't fucking bread. Have 60, 11 servings of bread every day and tell me how that ends up. Hey, did you know that a good name for a dog is Syndrome? Then when he tries to attack someone, you could yell, "Down, Syndrome!" We're not really being blessed. Um, Fuck me. Can you make world hunger disappear? That's fucking. Oh, God, every fucking. Could you make all these problems in the planet disappear with your magic? Could you make my wife disappear? You skipped my greeting? Did I skip your greeting? No, I hope not. I'm gonna take a gun and kill myself if I skipped your greeting. I can't find your greeting here. Okay, there you go. Hi, PigCake, a fan from Argentina. Have a good day. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. I hope you're having a great day as well in Argentina. I know several Argentinians, right, with their pollo and they're usually very attractive. All the Argentinians I know are like hots. They're not. I don't think I know any Argentinians that are unattractive. I'm trying to I'm trying to remember if I've mixed them up with Chileans, but no, Argentinians. All the Argentinians I know are very attractive. Let's see. There's a lot of good types of fats. Pig cake is one of the bad ones. Good one. That's a good one, Sweat Poultry. If I ever see you in person, I'm knocking you out. It's easy for me to say that online, all right? No chance of being in front of you. Well, Magi Fest, speaking of chances of seeing magicians, Magi Fest was these past couple days. And as you could tell, I didn't go. Why? Because I don't want to take a flight. First, I don't want to pay for a flight, and I don't want to pay for room and boarding in fucking Columbus, Ohio, right? Ew. I don't want to do that. That's fucking terrible. To go there for like a half-ass convention that they're like limited capacity. No, thank you. Although, I mean, it seemed fun. I see all the pictures, right? People having a good time. All the people that have reached out to me online were there, right? So all the people from Penguin, other people that I saw. I'm like, fuck, it would have been a good time to get hammered over there. But Columbus is a little bit too far for me to want to. It's a little bit too far. Had it been like, oh, hey, come to Magi Fest in Georgia, I would have gone. I would have definitely gone. Oh, look, Magi Fest in Texas or even New York, which is arguably the same distance as Ohio, probably a little bit further. The fuck, right? I would have done because you could do a lot of stuff in New York. But fucking Columbus, Ohio? Yeah, I'm gonna take a flight where 14 people are on a plane. So if it crashes, nobody's gonna give a fuck, and then die, or just go and do meth for 3 days, or drink, which is what I did. Daniel says, and because I didn't go with you. Oh yeah. I think that'd be the main thing. They'd be like, dude, hey, where's Daniel, dude? I don't care about you. Where's Daniel? No, Daniel's right now doing his honeymoon. Oh, where did he go? Did he go to Puerto Vallarta? Did he go to Cancun? Did he go to a vacation somewhere? Did he go to Paris? No, Daniel's taking a road trip up the fucking whatever the fuck to take pictures. Oh, okay. I mean, that's a way to do it. What? So yeah, thank you, Daniel. Glad that in your honeymoon you're taking a break to join a live stream. You fuck. Uh, easy pick cake. Don't give yourself a hernia. Luckily, all right, based on my exercises as of the past month or not month, well, almost half a month, right? Uh, 2/3 of a month. I definitely don't have a hernia. I've been doing obnoxious shit, like really annoying stuff that would potentially give me a hernia. So I'm glad that both doctors looked at me and said, "Hey, man, you're a retard. You need to stretch." And also, dairy, I think, was killing it because I was having so much dairy and I didn't realize, oh, you're lactose intolerant. That's great. Okay, so it was a combination of retardation. But you know what? Now it's made me a better person because now I'm more active and I'm more health conscious. I'm more health conscious. CEC Hangouts says Vanishing Ink is so full of themselves. Their ad copies and descriptions talk about magicians as if they're some sort of special elite class. Yeah, I think you nailed it. I was looking at Eric Leclerc's stories. Right, he's one of them that asked me, "Hey man, are you coming? Come on, man, come." Um, but he apparently somebody has a picture of Andy and Joshua J kissing because of a thing. Like, oh, you lost the bet, so now you guys have to like kiss. I don't think that was because of a lost bet, but I don't want to say that ever to Joshua J's face because at the last convention, it's like he was doing push-ups. Every time I saw him, his arms just kept getting bigger and bigger. Like he just kept getting more of a pump. I'm like, you got a perma pump, my friend. Every time I see him walk by, I'm like, oh, you got a bigger bicep than an hour ago. Like, what are you fucking doing curls and dips on your breaks? It's crazy. But R.I.P. Norm Macdonald, says Daniel with the old news, which reminds me, let's take another Norm Macdonald joke break. Some folks say, what is okay? I really hate this website. Let's skip to another one. The thing I miss the most about the 70s is rolling a number and giving my old lady some head. I'm starting to think that it's a good thing that he's dead, uh, because we haven't really gotten any good ones here. Veterinarians in Colorado have reported that marijuana use is on the rise among dogs. You hear this? They say you will know if your dog is too high if it starts making a really tall sandwich. Ah, fuck. Whew, that's rough. Don't worry, the rash is almost gone. That's great. Soda's worse for beer. Even if you argue the white stuff. What was that even sentence? Hold up. Soda worse than beer for you. You can't even argue it's worse. The white stuff in people's in stocks do. I think you're talking about aspartame, but it's aspartame in large quantities that causes like bad shit. In soda, you'd have to have, I think, an undrinkable amount of soda, diet soda, in order to effectively kill yourself because of the fake sugars in it. But I think the problem with diet soda is that it gives you like, oh shit, I could have other stuff now because I'm saving these calories. I think that's the fallacy that you have with diet soda. But from my understanding, I think a recent study just came out, and again, it could have been funded by Coke, right? By Big Coke. So you never know, but I think aspartame is like, again, it's in massive quantities that you're not going to be able to consume is where it's a problem. Theory 11 also needs to pick it up a notch. Is there space in the magic community, my friends, for another magic company? Another magic company founded by a pig, right? That's not obnoxious, that treats magicians exactly as what they are, which is trash, gutter trash, trash that I wouldn't even bother picking off my shoes if I stepped on it, right? I change shoes. I just leave the shoes there and I put on another pair of shoes because of how trash what I've stepped on is. Is there room in the magic community for another company, but an honest company? Huh? Pig Enterprise? Pig, uh, what would I name my magic company? I don't know what I name it, but because Vanishing Ink is fucking clever. I hate that Vanishing Ink is very clever, right? Because it's Vanishing Ink, or Vanishing Ink, whatever. It's a pun. It's a joke. Illusionist, right? You're an illusionist, but you're online. So why E? I guess that's like internet per se, but right? That's all right. Penguin magic is a little bit. That's very specific. That's like unnecessarily specific. Maybe because they look like they're in tuxedos. But what would I name my fictional magic company? These nuts. Norm stuff is about his odd delivery. Yeah, he did that roast on who's the rapist from Full House, on Bob Saget. He did that roast and bombed it purposely, masterfully. Fuck, you can't. Nobody could do that. You saw who's this other guy that did a roast and he bombed terribly by accident. The situation. Oh, if you ever want to cringe, oh, you just watch a pig kick video. I beat you to it. If you want to cringe, watch the situation. I think the roast of Donald Trump. Trigger warning. Trigger warning. But the roast of Donald Trump. I think that's the one with the situation from the Jersey Shore where he just dies a death. Speaking of dying a death. There's no wrong way to eat a Reese's, says the guy who didn't shove a bunch of Reese's up his ass. Only lost 3 subscribers. I've lost, I think, 50. It keeps fluctuating. But here's the thing, all right? It's YouTube. YouTube flushes out inactive accounts every once in a while, every couple months. So it makes sense, all right, you fuck. Yeah, but PK, but why aren't they still watching videos? You have 50,000 subscribers. Shut up. All right, you fuck. Shut up, bitch. Stupid ass. Say it to my face. Man, I will fucking. Oh, fuck. I'm just. Right now, I'm hard with the possibilities. Uh. Dude's blood pressure is off the charts. My cholesterol was off the charts. I know because in the blood test, right? Did you say Bob Saget's a rapist? I mean, yeah. I mean, I think he said it. I think Bob Saget said it, right? Would it be surprising if anyone would it be surprising if what do you call this If fuck me, man. If Bob Saget somehow comes out and they're like, "Oh, we have some allegations against Bob Saget," and everyone's like, "Yeah, we know." It's not gonna be as surprising. Like Bill Cosby was pretty fucking shocking. So that if Bob Saget comes out as some sort of diddler, it's like, yeah, we all knew. Speaking of, I'm happy to help out a friend, but the next time my roommate asks for help putting on sunscreen, he better be talking about his back. Fool me once. Fuck. Man, R.I.P. the legend. Magic Pork. I know oxymoron. You should name your company Pig Uncapitulated. Well, hopefully, when I get my internet sorted out in the next couple days, I'll have official live streams called what is it? The Pigcast, the return of the Pigcast, episode 1 coming soon, my friends. It's an official show, right, with things popping up, with little segments, right, little videos between segments. It's gonna be professional. You watch. Um, Let me look through and see if there's anything here that's decent and not fucking. Oh, hey, PigCake, you're fat. Suck my fat dick. I'll teach you how to fix up some top-notch vittles if you teach me English. I mean, even basic understanding of some culinary ability can improve your diet immensely and turn your health. Yeah, I know. I've been consuming some beans as of late. I've been focusing on protein, lean protein. Right, your boy's good. Your boy's out here on a good tip. And you know what? I feel great. El Gallito's been timed out by Daniel. Fuck. Coming in hot. Nice. Look at that. Hot. I like that. Daniel coming in saying, fuck that guy. Yeah, he's probably a communist. Antifa. Oh, shit. Yo, Minecraft coming back. They added goats. Yeah, that's the other one. I want to play Minecraft on a stream, right? I want to play Minecraft on a stream again. So it's going to happen, hopefully, when I sort my shit out. Or when T-Mobile sorts their shit out. The fuck? I paid for 2 days shipping, and it's 2 days shipping from when they decide to ship it, but they're not being accurate about the shipping dates. It keeps moving. Fucks. Um, Fuck. Let me see. Is there talked about anything relevant in the stream? Anything that's of substance? Seems like the stream has been mostly no McDonald jokes. If you can't handle me when I'm covered in the blood of a boar I've just sacrificed to the gods, then you don't deserve me during the bountiful harvest that will result. Oh fuck. Um. Male authors are obsessed with female bodies, going on and on about webbed feet and soft insul. Oh, I'm sorry. That's male otters. Male otters. Man, fucking, I love that. PigCake Deal Magic. Attention, Hog Productions. I'm out, bro. Wait, Daniel Doc's PigCake? Way to fuck that one up, says Sweat Poultry. You know what, Sweat Poultry? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I was going to time you out like a bitch. Pork and Tricks. I don't know if to call the official show Opinion, right? Is that too punny? Or if to call it Pigcast, just, standard plain, all right? Call it the Pigcast, right? But hopefully that's going to allow. I already have all the settings. I've already spent time making all the settings, waiting for the fucking thing to get delivered. Penis. I think that's a stream. I think we've really covered the peak of what I had to talk about, which isn't anything, clearly. Right? Talked about some of my videos. 4 of the top 5 picks in the NFL draft were offensive tackles, which is a great thing to tell your wife as the love drains from her eyes. I'm finding short ones here. Try to imagine how different our world would be if Mumford had remained childless. That's like a joke that'd be dated in like the 90s. That'd be outdated in the 90s. Fuck, man. Jesus. But I feel like that's a stream, man. I feel like that's a stream. I think we're good here. I think this was a hot one. This is a good one. I appreciate all the trolling. from the communist left. Um, but yeah, stay tuned. Another video coming tomorrow, hopefully. Some magic stuff. As this channel's a magic channel, right? We got to do magic tricks, boys. Um, what else are we gonna talk about here? I mean, maybe ham radio next month. I don't know. Fuck, to be on a stream with Daniel doesn't feel like it's gonna be good for my mental health. Uh, I mean, okay, yeah, we're good here. I guess some advice at the tail end of the video: get checked. I mean, I haven't gone to the doctor in like 15 years, and I was blessed to not have a lot of stuff. I was shaking out of nervousness looking through the email that was sent about my blood work. It's like, oh my God, what if I have AIDS? No, just high cholesterol, which is makes sense because I didn't work out for a month because I thought I had a hernia. So get checked, my friends. Don't take your body for granted. For granted? Don't take your body for granted because you only have one and you got to invest in it, as I've been told by many workout nuts, right? Workout nuts, I guess. I also have this right here. This could be a good thing. I mean, this could be a bad thing. Whatever is fucking itchy here. I think it's the irritation of my chain on my face. Oxymoron says PigCake LLC. I agree with Daniel. PigCake LLC has a nice ring to it. Yeah, almost like it should be the subject of a secret group chat among people that watch my videos but no longer admit to watching my videos because of my views on life, almost, right? Almost like that. Almost like that. But you know what? I think that's good. I think we're good here. So I'm going to go and turn the phone off because that's what I'm streaming on. Look at these nuts. Look at these nuts, right? Stand up and my nuts are all disheveled. Let's see how it looks like when this actually catches up. Let's see how it looks like. So live. All right, let's see. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, see some nuts. Let's see if I could see how my nuts are. My nuts. There you go. Look at that. Oh, it's covered by the bottle. It's covered by the bottle, and the phone is trying to focus crazily. Jesus Christ, man. Pixel 4a. Get a Pixel 4a, they said. Get a a thing 4a. Oh, fuck me. Okay, so I think that's it. Oh, fuck me. No, you know what? One more Norm Macdonald joke. One more Norm Macdonald joke for the road here. Right? Let's see what we got here. One more Norm Macdonald joke. Let's find a good one on the blacks, right? I used to think revenge was a dish best served cold, but then I realized it meant getting back at somebody. That's a classic. I think that's a classic. That's a good one to end it on, right? Good as ever to end it on here. Um, yeah, remember that. I don't know. Fuck. Kamala Harris fucked her way to the top.